What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over part 2 of my little mini series about what are the best GoPro settings for motorcycle videos. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So today specifically we're going to be talking about stabilization. So there are 4 settings on the GoPro Hero 11 Black, and those are Hypersmooth Off, Hypersmooth On, Hypersmooth Boost, and Hypersmooth Auto Boost. So I'm going to be running this little loop 4 times today. We're going to test each individual one, starting out with Hypersmooth Off, which is what you're currently looking at. If I'm capable of doing it post-processing, I'm going to try to get all 4 videos up side by side and running simultaneously, just so you can compare them side by side. But if not, you're going to get 4 loops, the exact same route, just with each one of those different settings. So let's get into it. So like I said, this first clip is going to be with Hypersmooth Off. So I've had some issues when running an ND filter, so I am running an ND 32 filter right now. I've noticed when you run one of these filters and you're using Hypersmooth, it can add some ghosting to the clip. Looks a little bit weird. So we're going to be testing stabilization to see if it looks better with it off or with one of the other 3 settings. Just to cover current camera settings, we're running 5.3K, 60 FPS, 1/120th shutter speed, Hypersmooth Off. And in each one of these laps, I'll talk about some camera settings, some other various things. Tried to go a little bit earlier today. Last time there was so much traffic out, but can't say I'm surprised for going out at 5 o'clock. We're getting out around noon today, so we got a lot of nice directly top-down sunlight. Looks pretty good with the ND 32 filter. I thought about running the camera mounted to the bike, but you know, I've done that in the past and it's a lot of vibration. And I think just for the average person, most of the time they're shooting with the camera on their helmet. So I think this is a little more applicable for most people that ride and record. I'm just so excited that my camera's actually working properly now. This is so awesome. Kind of want to get some clips too, like panning left, panning right. I've seen some clips online where people test out Hypersmooth, and you can see there's quite a bit of delay as it tries to smooth the side-to-side motions. I think especially for track footage, having Hypersmooth Off looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool just because it feels a lot more like you're there, you're on the bike, and it's raw footage, you know. It's exactly what it feels like on the bike. But like right now I'm hitting these little micro bumps in the concrete. I'm not sure if that's translating to the footage or not, but I would imagine that might be a little disorienting watching it. I'm going to try to run these laps pretty similarly to, like, speed-wise and whatnot, just so you've got some consistency when I overlay the video. So like I said, this is Hypersmooth Off. Next is going to be Hypersmooth On, which is what I typically run. So now we're running with Hypersmooth On. Let's see how this looks. I really like the look of Hypersmooth On. I just don't love the ghosting effect. It's not quite as prominent in 60 FPS footage, I've found, but still, just don't love it. I feel like it softens the image a lot. You lose a lot of those hard lines just because there is this kind of delay, you know, as you come off zero. All right, and there's a lot of traffic out. It's It's funny, I feel like anytime I come up to this, sometimes these people like let me go just because they want to see the bike go. It's nice, they don't want to hold you up on the on-ramp. God bless them. I would imagine that for the average moto vlogger or somebody recording just riding footage, this is probably best. You know, it's smooth, it looks nice, looks polished. And I think the viewer base for that footage really isn't into like, oh, how raw is it? You know, I want to feel like I'm there. Catch this light. You're gonna get lucky. Is you gonna go right out of the left lane? Oh, okay. Dang. Sure is a nice day today. Had a lot of rain this weekend, but we're like 60s, 70s today. Just feels incredible out here. I'm hoping you'll see kind of in some of my back and forth looking here the difference between Hypersmooth on and off. I should know by now that I can't get to this light in time. Still always try. Come on, brother. There we go. All right. Here's that really bumpy zone. I don't know if you can see my mirrors, but they're just like, it's hard to really make out any image because it's so bumpy right here. Really good test for the Hypersmooth. Oh, they're picking some flowers. So that is Hypersmooth on. So now we're gonna shoot with Hypersmooth Boost. I've actually never run this, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is Hypersmooth Boost. So this is even more cropping. I've never actually used this. We'll see how this looks. This might just further enhance that ghosting effect that I don't love. Maybe it looks awesome. I don't know. We'll find out. Like I said, I'm trying to do a lot of left and right just so you can see the tracking delay of how it tries to smooth turning action. I don't think that was there before. It's a good reminder seeing stuff like that on the road. Anytime you go out and you want to do a little bit of spirited riding, you know, it's always good to casually ride your route first. Make sure there's no surprises along the way. But that said, even if you do scout it out, by the time you come back, maybe something's happened like that. Maybe you got some gravel on the road now, so always suggest taking it to the track, you know. I feel like ever since I started doing a lot more track riding, I just don't do a ton of street riding, you know. I've been shooting this stuff, kind of riding once a week, just casually getting out there and enjoying the weather, but much less so about, you know, riding squiddly and hammering it through back roads. I don't know, just a little spooky on surfaces that really aren't controlled. I mean, shoot, I don't know if you can see right here, but look at all the gravel. derail it. All right, there we go. All right, bumpy part. Let's see how this crops in. I think it's important to note too, I am using the same field of view on all this. This is SuperView, just FYI. Just here in my little preview, kind of looks like it is cropped in a little bit more. I would be really curious to see too some like post-production stabilization like in DaVinci. I might do that one of these days. Spicy. So that was Hypersmooth Boost. Oh, we got water on the road now. And boy, do I got some bugs on my visor. Sheesh. Last but not least, Auto Boost. I have never used this either, so Boost and Auto Boost, zero experience. My understanding is that this will just kind of automatically crop in and out as needed, so if you've got a relatively smooth clip, it'll allow the cropping to back out, give you a little greater, you know, field of view, and then when it does get bumpy or if there is a lot of movement, it will dynamically crop in a little bit tighter. So could look cool, could look terrible, I don't know, we'll find out. Poor Boost is getting tired of making left turns. I feel like I'm running a NASCAR race out here. Yeah, we're not gonna make it around. Completely unrelated. Did have a little bit of a spill this morning on the Gixxer. I was, ooh, there's a bee. Oh my goodness. Hope he's not just on my neck or down my jacket. Whew. Anyway, was getting the Gixxer out this morning to put it up on the stands, do a little track day prep, and it does still have a kickstand, but I put the kickstand down, it was still kind of rolling forward, and I let it rest on the kickstand, and it just kept going, and I dumped it. I'll put a picture up for y'all. But yeah, later over, hit full 90 for the second time in the last couple of months. That's not good. Had such a good long clean record, and then we're just dumping it time and time again. Fortunately though, all that got injured was the slider in the rear set, which, I mean, 'tis merely a flesh wound, all cosmetic. I'll take it. Could be much worse. Shoot, that's what I bought the bike for too, you know? To not be upset when it gets dumped. It's the problem with a nice track bike, you know? It's like when you inevitably dump it, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna cry. Okay. Here come the bumps. Can't wait to review all this footage, you know. I like doing this little mini series because kind of with y'all's help and just being able to view the content myself and compare it, I'm able to figure out what actually does look the best, you know. Just trial and error. that's really it for today. So in today's video, we tested out the 4 different levels of stabilization on the GoPro Hero 11 Black, just to see what looks best. Really no final thoughts, just because I haven't been able to review the footage yet. I have a feeling that I'm gonna like the Hypersmooth Off the best, just for my personal uses, with mostly being track footage. I think that really gives you the best sense of speed in being there. Like I said, hopefully I'm gonna be able to get all 4 clips up together simultaneously. And just to touch on the settings that I used for the video, this is 10-bit colors, minimum ISO speed of 100, max of 400. We're shooting in 5.3K, 60 FPS, 1/120th shutter speed. I am using the wind on option for the audio, but I do have the mic in my helmet right now, so hopefully you guys aren't getting too much wind audio. It is kind of windy out today. White balance, 5000K, which is pretty good for a bright and sunny day like today. I usually bounce back and forth between like 5,000 and 5,500. Just depends, you know, if you like warmer or cooler tones. I tend to prefer things to be on the warmer side, a little more saturated. All color grading is done in DaVinci Resolve. Currently using the free version, but I can definitely see myself moving towards the paid version here soon, just as I'm kind of getting to the limit of what I can do within Resolve. But thanks for tuning in. Next week, I'm thinking we will touch on the different fields of view. So we're in SuperView today. We'll mess with wide, linear, SuperView. Hyperview, I don't know, just because it's capped at 4K at 60, and I like shooting at 5.3K, so, and it just looks weird, you know, it distorts the windscreen, so don't think we're going to test that one out. I'm personally not a fan, but thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.